Hello everybody, I'm here with Drogo and we're going to have a look at his replay today. So first things first, let's have a look at the matchup. So what do you think of that then, Drogo?
Okay, so looking straight off here, I can see that I've got a very good matchup. I'm top tier with a top tier heavy tank. So I can go over three ways here on this one. I can go towards the city, the middle, or I can go down the 1-2 line. What scares me here is the artillery, the M30, the 53, 55. So that's kind of influencing my decision on to go for city.
Okay. About the T10 platoon, you're not worried about them?
No, not at all. The E75 has incredibly strong frontal armor and has a very punchy gun. So what I'm looking to do is I'm looking to bully these guys. So catch them so they're in front of me, get my armor angled, and then start punching through their hit points.
Okay. So what are you expecting? What's the first thing that's going to be lighting up on this map?
So the first thing I'm expecting on this one, I'm looking straight towards the middle. Normally you'll get somebody in a medium or a light tank popping up around about E5 or 6. And this is a big concern for me because they've got a T54, I think it was, in this matchup. And I don't want him on the middle. So I'm very glad to see the new Black Bulldog taking up a good central position role. Which will allow
I was going
me
to say that M41 girlfriend managed to light up the IS-3 as it was crossing in, so you got some information at least.
Now, I also see immediately now that one of the T10s and the T34, which is another tank I'm scared of with this penetration, has been spotted. So I'm looking here and I'm wanting to take the side scrape position where the IS-6 is, but he's kind of blocking me here.
Basically, he's in the down way, isn't he?
He basically is, yeah. So what I'm looking at here is like, okay, well, both the T10s are now spotted. It's time for me to push. So I'm going to go straight up this road very aggressively because I want to get flanking on them. And these, just straight away, I see an IS-3A. And this guy, unfortunately, is an advert. You shouldn't buy a premium when you've got not many games. He has no idea what to shoot me. I've waggled a lot, kept my lower front plate as angled and as covered as I can, and I'm just pushing it. This, however, is where I make a bit of a mistake, because initially when I'm looking to go in, I'm thinking of the T-34 on my right side, and I should have spotted that he was one shot and dead. So I waste a bit of time here, which is...
So the position the T10s have gone into on the key wall, right on the corner, is that a good position to go to? It's not one I would normally go to.
Not when you're a top tier heavy tank, no. If you're in a bottom tier or maybe even a medium and you want to play this for some bizarre reason, then you can get some interesting flanking shots on people that are doing a normal side scrape. But as a top tier heavy, no, this is a terrible shot. So embarrassing. What I'm looking to do here is put it through the flat side of their angled front armor. This poor IS, I don't know why he decided to try and push out. And the T10 that's with me now, terrible reverse side.
Okay,
so again here,
straight through the front axle on that one.
Yeah, I'm looking to just use my hit points now, bounce from the IS, push onto the IS, the T10. I've spotted that he's turning around, so I'm just going to go straight around and bully him as much as I can, put damage in and clear him out. The main thing here is, if you look at the time, we're only 11 minutes and 30 seconds in when I get this final, when this guy goes down, and our flank is cleared 3.5 minutes. What we're looking to do is push as hard as we possibly can to clear our flank. We can see the other flank is starting to fail, so we need to get round as quickly as we can.
So I would have gone for the middle in here, but I guess they haven't got very many tanks left, so going straight to the cap is probably the better choice.
What I'm concerned about here, from going for the middle, is they still have 2 very large tank destroyers left and a medium tank destroyer. And going for a middle, if they're positioned at G2, they can really cause me some problems. So I'm using the...
By going for the village, you mean, or going through straight across?
going straight across. I mean, I could have gone up through the village, but I think that would have taken me a little bit of time to do. Now, I've spotted here, and I know that that's got to be the light tank up in the middle. And I think he gets spotted any second, and I take a quick snapshot out of this. Make some poor plays here. I'm a little bit too slow in shot. That's a terrible shot. And I really should have carried on pushing up towards the tank destroyers. I'm leaving myself quite far out of the action. And as a top tier heavy with I reach leading the charge.
That's optimistic, that one, but it's going to go in, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah, straight into his turret.
I mean, you got the Izu and a Ferdinand left. Oh, the Izu's been taken apart.
Yeah, the Isu's going to go down very quickly. It's just going to leave 30 and the CDC really is the main threats.
I think the CDC was a good player from when I looked at this with a bit of WN8 attached.
Yeah, decent WN8, and I was a little bit concerned about him being able to come on the flank, but watch towards the end, you'll spot that unfortunately I should have taken a snapshot there. Missed the opportunity on that guy. If you've got a chance to shoot, just take a snap. It might go in, it might not. So again, as you can see, I'm so far back now because I wasted too much time with the AMX that I'm going to struggle to get much more damage in here.
Yeah, that's always tricky, isn't it? But I mean, you haven't got actually that many tanks left. If the 30 pulls a blinder, you could still win this.
The 30 stands a good chance with that high alpha damage gun. The CDC is the one that's the real worry because he's got the view range and he's got the speed to be able to outdo us heavy tanks.
So if the CDC popped up in the village now, he'd be shooting the back of the Super Pershing and the Tiger. They'd both be gone. The Ferdinand's just killed the Vizzy 111. That'd leave you and nothing.
But we spot the CDC now, so we know that he's not going to be a threat. What would have been a big worry is if he popped up at E6, E7 and getting rear shots in. But thankfully, he decided to play us frontally, which is to our favour rather than his.
That village is just so important on this map. It just feels like if you can take the village, you've got map control.
Yes, totally. When it's very annoying when you spot that a lot of players ignore this. Certainly, if you've got good gun depression, this CDC.
Yeah, you're over angled for the CDC, but angled properly for the Stur Emil, I guess.
Yeah, the CDC gun's going to do me 240 damage. The Stur Emil gun is going to do I shouldn't swear. We need to do that again.
No, you'll be okay. I can always edit that bit out. So anyway, there's RT, and RT's gone.
Yeah, that's an easy kill.
So that's it. It's all wrapped up. I mean, it was just a big push through the city, a very aggressive push.
That's basically what I wanted to do at the start of this game. In my mindset, it was I've got to push in strong as hard as I can and win the city as quick as possible, and then we can move over to the middle or we can push on camp.
So what do you think could have gone wrong? When you made that push down through the road and there was only the IS shooting at you, if the two T10s had suddenly popped up and put two straight into you, would that have turned it?
Yeah, because I was only able to angle relatively well, but my lower front plate was exposed at that point. So if the T10s hadn't have been in that position and hadn't been spotted and I knew that they were not going to be able to put shots into me, then that could have gone bad. What also could have been a problem is if the ISU 152 was camping at the back. Moving forward, that would have been a big chunk of hit points gone, but it's so rare that that's going to happen. It was a calculated risk.
Oh yeah, the tank destroyers generally tend to go to the horrible campy tank destroyer position where they can't hit anything anyway.
Yeah, precisely.
So I mean, talking about those two T10s that went to that position, I mean, I played the IS-8 and I know that you don't want to play as a heavy in the IS-8, but with great power does come great responsibility. I mean, surely they should have manned up and gone in as a pair into the heavy position.
a lot of people slate the T10 with its armor, but it can still very effectively side scrape. If you know what you're doing, you can certainly backwards side scrape, reverse side scrape. You can side scrape normally as well, as long as you don't expose too much of that angled front plate. It's a very good tank, and putting it where they put them, it effectively removed the threat from the game.
Okay. All right. Well, that was excellent. Thanks very much. We'll call it there and have a look at the next video.